Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we were dealing with a mutiny on the ship. We found out that what's-his-face, the Master of Whispers, is a traitor. He's a rotten traitor. So Beak, our boy Beak, he needs to deal with this onslaught of whatever. We got some party now. It's not just us. We have like a whole party going on. So let's hop back in and see what's up. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Oop. All right. So what do we need to do? I forgot. What are we doing? Yoink. Where do we need to go? Goods. Wait, what this? To cargo. Crate of trank. Magazines of purified bolts. Set of icons. Okay, we'll take all of them. You received a new, more efficient weapon for your character to upgrade equipment, open inventory. Yep. Okay. So this 5 to 7, strike, swing, and sweep. Oh, well-maintained axe. Oh, what's this? A shield? Ooh, give me. Bang. What's the shield do? Shield bash, stalwart defense. What does stalwart defense do? First use of a shield attack in a turn costs less 1 AP less. Okay, whatever. Shield block chance. I'll take some block chance. That works. Evelard. She has psi rating. Oh, unsanctioned psyker. And okay, so you don't have any psi rating. Oh, right. You're the witch. I think I set up everyone. Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's go. Go this way? How do I select all again? I forgot. Control? Alt? No? Whatever. What's this? Explosion, blasted a hole through the door large enough for a person to get through. Okay, well, I'm not going that way. Let's just go up this way. How about that? Ooh, it's in here. Give me all that. Your trophies were packed as cargo. What's this? Door will not move an inch. It is blocked. Can we not go through here? Okay, I guess not. Let's open this door then. Huh? Open the door to the mess stack. Oh, jeez. They don't see me? Hello? Yeah? There we go. Okay, let's see. So who's first? Argenta, and then Beak. Put you right there. Abelard. Oh, you know what? Actually, Argenta, you go right there. Abelard, you go right there. And Idra, you go right there. Alright, let's hop in. Argenta is the warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas and a soldier. She's an expert with burst range weapons and weapons that deal damage in an area. Another of Argenta's strengths is her mobility in combat. Run and gun is a unique soldier ability. Using it grants a soldier extra movement points and reduces the cost of their next attack by 1 action point. The soldier will also suffer a -10 penalty to their ballistic skill for this attack. Run and gun also allows a soldier to perform an additional attack with a ranged weapon, which is handy if you want to make more than one attack with them in a single turn. Revel and Slaughter is a soldier's ability, which can be used once for each 3 enemies the soldier kills in a single battle. Each activation of this ability increases the soldier's ballistic skill, critical hit chance, and critical damage. The effect stacks and lasts until the end of combat. Nice. Certain types of weapons let you make burst attacks when performing a melee attack. When performing a melee burst attack, the character makes several strikes against a single target. If the first strike hits the target, all subsequent strikes automatically hit. If the first strike is dodged or parried, all subsequent strikes are automatically dodged or parried. Okay. When performing a ranged burst attack, the character fires several successive shots with different trajectories. Most of these shots are concentrated in the center of the selected attack cone. Therefore, the more enemies there are in the center of this area, the more of them will be damaged if the attack is successful. All shots fired after the first one are less accurate and have a higher chance of deviating from the central line. Got it. Okay. Burst shots are particularly effective against clusters of enemies. Be careful, burst shots can hit allies if they are standing in the direction of the attack. Cool. Good to know. So, can send it like that. I don't want to hit our man here. I don't know. Run and gun. Various recital grants +12 momentum. Then the sister of the Adeptus Sororitas gains +6 stacks of zeal. Does not provoke attacks. Can only be used once per combat. What is momentum? Party members can use unique abilities called heroic acts and desperate measures. Level of momentum changes depending on the actions of the characters. If momentum gauge reaches 175 or more, any party member can use a heroic act. If momentum drops below 25, your party will gain the ability to use desperate measures, which has a number of negative effects. The momentum of the party starts at 100, maximum momentum of the party is 200, minimum is 0. Got it. Good to know. Well, let's see. Let's just run a gun, and then we'll run you over there, and then... What the fuck? Jesus. Ow, I forgot about that. Okay, how about this? Bang. Do it again. Yeah, do it again. Okay, one's dead. And then... fuck it. Use it. Furious Recital. Okay, then we'll move on. Ow. Okay, what's this? Psychic Shriek. Deals from 7 to 16 damage to the target. Analyze enemies. What is exploits? Often hits a target with exploit stack, the attack deals more damage. Okay. So it'd be nice to have like full block, but how about Heretic Assailants? Let me see. I don't know how much health these guys have. 16. Oh, dude. So let's see. Let's hit that guy with that, and then we'll hit him. Bang. Ooh, we got 2 of them. Nice. What's this? Not enough action points. Okay, and then what's this? Increases the target's dodge and parry by 10%. Okay, you. And then we'll go on. Types of cover, full and partial covers. Full cover reduces a chance to be hit by 60, partial reduces by 35. Chance to hit a character behind cover may vary depending on the difficulty. Some cover can be destroyed by melee attacks, area attacks, and other abilities. Destructible cover has a durability bar above it. Single shot can penetrate through any cover. Cool. Well, let's see. So first, we'll light this guy. We'll light that guy. Bang. Oh, more of them. What is wrong with you? And then charge at this guy. Hey, yeah. And then, what is this? Stalwart defense. Marks enemies within the area of effect and immediately ends the turn until the start of the next turn. The hero gains plus 15% block against the first attack made by each of the marked enemies. If such an attack is blocked, the wielder counterattacks the corresponding enemy. Alright, fuck it. You. Do you though? What are you doing? Whoop. You missed, bitch. And you missed too. Alright, Abelard, why don't you handle this man? Wabba! And then just give him a good whapping. But, okay. Cool. Easy. Miss, bitch. Okay. Dodge. Good on you, girl. Alright, go here. Ow. Single shot, 6 to 10. And then burst fire. Let's do single shot. Hit him. Okay, cool, I guess. What does this do? Restores 16 wounds. Don't need it right this moment. So, yeah. Move on to the next one. Let's see. This guy. And then some lightning on you. Zap. Ooh, I didn't mean for that to happen. Oops. Okay. Yes. You all continue to come at us. Okay, so that's an attack. This is an ability. So let's see. If I use charge, okay. So why don't I just move Beak here, and then yeah, now we can charge him. Wow. Ooh, actually. Oh wait, I can't do it. I don't have enough action points. Whatever. Kill him. Goodbye. And you too. Ow. Okay, Abelard. Charge. No. What do you have here? Brace for impact. One charge of this ability. Whatever. Everybody, brace for impact. And then Abelard, go here. And then target is too close. Shit, I can charge at that one. There we go. That worked out pretty well. We'll just end it there. 0 damage. Where are you running to? Okay, go this way. What is this? Reload? Don't need to do that yet. Hit it. Nice. He did. Let's do run and gun. Okay, run there and hit that guy. Bang. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just do that thing. Psychic Shriek on that guy. What does that do? I didn't see. It did something to him. And you, for warning, block miss. Ha, gotcha, bitch. We win. Easy. Piece of cake. Everybody's health went back up. What? What did it say? Exact replica of the Von Valencius Void Ship. Okay, cool. So we are good. Deck Enforcer, Overseer. Damn, all these people just dead. Okay. Whoa. In order to open locked doors, some of the door in front of you, you need a melter charge. On a successful demolition skill test, the door will be blown apart. Okay, cool. Oh, dude, I didn't loot their bodies. You me? What you got over here? Dang, what the fuck? All right. We'll just take everything. Oh, awesome. Okay, so scrappy auto guns. 3 to 5 damage. Yours is 6 to 10. Okay. 3. What is this? Swords. Ooh. 6 to 9 damage. Or 6 to 8. Oh, okay. The axe has better armor penetration, but the sword does more damage. Do I want to give a shit about armor penetration? I don't really know. Your Chainsword is 7 to 9. Okay, so we're still rocking for right now. What's this? Foods? Give me whatever that is. Everybody come over here. No, somebody grab that. Give me all that. Goods and goods. Yes, Abelard. Abelard. Take everything. This. A multi-key? Ooh. And a machine right set. Okay, so where do I get a melta charge from? Oops. Oh, hello? Did I get a melta charge? Did anybody see if I got a melta charge? Oh, I can't see everything. Let's go down here. Give me whatever's in there. Take all that. Seating area. Everybody go over here. Give me that. Whatever's in there, please. Open the door. Skill tests. Let's open the door. Click the icon above the cogitator. Character with the highest logic will make the skill test. If this test fails, the door will remain closed. Particularly bad result of a logic test can cause the door to become permanently stuck and impossible to open. Right. Machine right set. Logic. Okay, open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Oh, okay, Abelard, do it. Your character's about to make a logic skill test. In dialogue and during exploration, you will often make various skill tests. Success of the test are rolling on 100-sided die. Each skill test has a difficulty up to 100. To succeed, you must roll a value equal to or less than the sum of both the stated difficulty and the value of the skill. For example, you're attempting a test with a difficulty of -10. Your character's logic skill score is 40. 40 minus 10 is 30. Therefore, to succeed on the logic skill, you must roll a 30 or less. Any result above a 30 will mean failure. Difficulty is calculated from greater to lower values. The greater the difficulty value, the easier it is to pass the test. It is easier to succeed on a difficulty 40 test than on a difficulty 10. Higher character skill score, the easier it is for them to succeed on tests. Skill scores depend on the character's respective characteristic scores. Skill advancement on level ups and any bonuses the character's equipment might offer. Develop different skills for your character and their companions. Okay, well, let's go in here. What is? Gimme and gimme. 3 melta charges and operator's gloves. Nice. So, for you, sir, wearer gains +3 bonus to tech use. I think that's going to be this man. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's head on up here. Come on, pull up the door. Boom. Ha. Okay, let's go. We are out here, huh? Alright, let's go this way. Remember to advance. Oh, cool. Levels. 1 rank available. Endure. Until the warrior's next turn, they gain +2 deflection and +10 temporary wounds. Yeah, like that. Can I pick anything else? No, I can't. It has to go this way. Next. Okay, complete. And you. Same thing. And you. What you got? Operative style. Expose weakness. Removes all exploits from the target, decreasing the target's dodge, parry, and armor by -15 plus exploits removed times 1% until the start of the operative's turn. This ability reduces the target's armor to 0. The operative removes only half of the exploits from the target. That's cool. Okay. And then you, soldier, what you got? Revel in slaughter. Soldier immediately removes a winded effect. Until the end of combat, the soldier gains the following bonuses. +10 ballistic, +15% critical, 5% critical hit. This ability becomes available after the soldier kills 3 enemies. The kill counter is not reset between rounds. Awesome. Nice. So, we will go back. There we go. It auto-saved. Cool. Cool. What you got? Ooh, okay, there's people down there. Whatever. Let's go this way. Ooh, what the fuck is going on? It's all popping off. Whoa. The roar of the flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the rising wall of fire. You are surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming, yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. And then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It is Theodora von Valancius. Yes. You... Terrifyingly so for someone whose body's engulfed in an inferno. One of her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other is raised in an inviting gesture. Yes, Argenta, and we will handle it. How'd you get here? I mean, I guess. Each word Theodore speaks like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells. It's pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer, and that answer can be nothing other than acceptance. Okay. Okay, sometimes your character will have to make tough decisions based on their values, interests, and goals. Such decisions affect their convictions. This can develop in 3 directions: dogmatic, iconoclast, or heretical. Each includes 5 ranks. The higher the rank, the more zealously the character follows their convictions, and the more noticeably the world around them reacts to their actions and decisions. Promotion through the ranks of each of the 3 directions opens up access to new dialogue lines, events, unique abilities, and also changes the attitude of others towards your character. Also, some items can only be equipped by characters with certain convictions. When one of the conviction branches reaches rank 3, Votary, it becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 conviction branches cannot be raised above rank 2 Adherent. Your character's allies have their own convictions as well. Okay, Iconoclast. I will not leave my people in harm's way. Illusion breaks, the unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn. Barking orders and your determination. You completely forgot about Theodora, and when you turn your head, you see nothing but the bellowing fire. Okay, we will go around. Alright, come on. Crash the platform. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go. Do we want to go in there? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. Where is that man? Good. That's right. Okay. Let's do it then. Oh, it's this way. Okay. Over here. Please, thank you. Is this the way we need to go? Ah, hold on. Gotta get the goodies. To the quarters. Lord Captain's quarters. Okay. Autosave. Nice. Okay, what is going on here? Oh shit. Oh, she's fucking dead. Oh god. Yeah, no. Parlor organ with ivory keys, yellowed by long since. Okay. Theodora von Valencius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilton's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads. Damn. Whew. Jesus. The way her voice was cracking. Yep. Probably. Not Mort. Okay. Let's examine Theodora's body. Cause of death is apparent. The rogue trader's life was ended by an auto pistol shot. An extraordinarily accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears an expression of surprise. The last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls that must have fallen off the desk. As you lean down for a closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Inspect the shards. It's difficult to say what exactly was broken. The object fell on the floor, and that is as much as you can ascertain upon closer examination. The shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they had been submerged in promethium. What do the shards tell you? Okay, so let's check the papers. Handwritten letter with a seal. Go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that's starkly different from the rest. It is a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC and a seal. Whoa. With a symbol that is vaguely familiar to you. Esteemed Theodora, changing circumstances. Upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you are to depart for the RICAD system. Interrogator Heinrich von Kalux operates there at the present time. On your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you. After which you will provide him passage to the Furibundus system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will remove himself from your presence to await further instructions. I will stress that the nature of Interrogator Van Kalux's activities on RICAD Minoris is of no concern to you. Van Kalux himself will disclose the details of his mission. Okay. Cool. It sends a shiver down your spine. Signed it with the seal of the Holy Ordos of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity for experience. What about the Archmilitant's body? An auto pistol shot went through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. Try touching Theodora. Okay. Yeah, you blood-hungry bitch, you. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Like that, reach the Void Ship Bridge. Oh, you got stuff on you? Oh. Dogmatic Follower. Helmet of the Devoted Protector. Okay. Can anybody wear it? He can. Grants its wear immunity to enemy critical hits. Nice. Cool. Find an item. Now that both your character and their companions have their own convictions. On the biography tab in the character menu, convictions change in direction and rank based on how the game's story develops and during important plot decisions. Got it. Okay, what's over here? Anything? No? What about over here? Ooh, you go there. Our people go first. So, Abelard, Beak, Argenta, and we shall start. Okay. Armor protects character from incoming damage. Light and medium armor types are both available to you at the moment. The armor stat indicates what percent of incoming damage from an enemy attack it can absorb. The type of armor also influences the chance the character wearing it will pass a dodge test. The higher the dodge penalty, the lower the chance to dodge an enemy attack. Character in light armor dodges attacks more often, but takes more damage when hit. Medium armor absorbs more damage if the character is hit, but reduces their mobility. Some talents allow different types of armor to be used more effectively. You have obtained heavy armor, unlike light and medium. Heavy armor provides the ability to deflect damage. Oh. Deflection is a unique heavy armor stat that reduces damage taken by a specified flat amount. Heavy armor has higher armor rating than medium and light armor, but also usually has a higher dodge penalty. Okay, let me... Abelard, can you take one of these? Unable to change equipment in combat. Okay, that makes sense. Hello? Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. What is? Brace for impact. What's this? Endure. Oh yeah, hit this guy. Wabba! Not enough movement points. Endure. And then, yeah, let's see. Combat servitor. Let's see. Hit that guy. And then, what is this? Sweep. Inflicts bleeding. Do that. Okay. You'll encounter enemies with various abilities and features. An icon next to an enemy's portrait indicates that they are under the influence of some kind of effect. Click the right mouse button on the effect's icon to see more. Okay, so if I look at this, bleeding, heavily damaged. Its damage, hit chance, and wounds are greatly reduced. It has a thermal multi-melta? Oh god. Alright, let's close that. And let's see. Fire, 75. I feel like that's not gonna do much. Let's try taking these guys out. Bang. And then running gun. And 45, 45, 45. They're all 45. Bang. Got him. Get him. Okay, so let's see. This. Oh, wait. Yeah. Combat servitor. Analyze. And then we want to do one of these. Oh my god. I didn't mean to hit my own guys. I'm sorry. I swear I didn't mean to do it. There we go. Alright. Bang. Ooh. Dang, that was close. Miss block. Ooh, nice. That is putting in some work. And what transpired by checking the combat log. Cool. Abelard, go here, and then charge, and hit this man, and some more endure, there you go, and beak, hit that guy, and hit him again, waba, and do some endure, and then you hit this guy, that worked, and call that, and let's see, hit him again. What does this do? Moves all exploits from the target. Does it have exploit? Exploit. Despicable target. If the priest attacks it again, they will gain no zeal. Okay, whatever. So let's try that. Expose weakness, and then you hit it. Okay, that does more damage. Like spells are better. Oof. Okay. Let's see. Let's here, and then do that. And then bang. Nice. Okay, good. And endure. There we go. That is working out pretty good, actually. So let's see. If I use this, it'll do 2 to 3 damage, versus if I use this, too close. I go here, and then I use this, 3 to 5. Okay. Hi-ya. How much health you got left? Not that much. And then attack it. Yeah, we did it. Boss beaten. Okay, got some more levels. That's cool. During Breach, the warrior immediately restores all AP and MP and gains +4 MP until the end of the turn. They do not lose MP after attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee weapon attacks this turn. Okay. Choose talent. Ooh, okay. What is Contempt? Enemy attacks the warrior. The warrior's next melee attack against that enemy deals an additional 4 damage. Does not stack, but it can be reactivated after another stack. After another attack made by same. Warrior's melee attacks deal additional 4 damage to enemies that have no allies. Warrior's critical damage is increased by 8%. What is this? Improvements? What is this? Recommended features. Favorite features. I don't know. So, 8% against enemies not armed with a melee weapon. The warrior has less than 50% wounds. They gain 13% critical chance. Epicenter of slaughter. When the warrior is attacked, they gain +1 stack of epicenter of slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains +1 temporary wound for each stack. Ooh. His temporary wounds cannot exceed 4. So Contempt looks good. Epicenter of slaughter looks good. Warrior gains +1 damage deflection. Their parry chances increase by 25% of the warrior's total armor. Can I use Blade Flurry? Prerequisites. Breakthrough. I don't have break. Okay. Cautious disengage. Attacks of opportunity deal 22% less damage. Warrior gains +4 damage deflection against the first attack. Area attacks deal an additional 3 damage for each enemy in the area of effect. Okay. When the warrior takes damage, they gain 13% dodge. If the warrior has not attacked this turn, they gain plus 18% armor. Charge and slash do not affect this bonus. Nice. When the warrior uses a single shot attack or melee attack against target, the warrior gains 13% armor against attacks made by that target round. Dang, there's so much here. What the fuck? Holy crap. So we have recommended, we have favorite, offense, defense, support, universal. What? When the warrior parries an attack, their next warrior archetype ability costs 1 AP less. Ramming speed. Okay, archetype talents. Rigorous training. Charge and slash do not end the warrior's movement and grant 14% dodge for 1 round after use. That's pretty good, actually. What is this? Origin talents. Brutal Hunter. Deathborn characters gain plus 15% critical hit chance against targets with the bleeding effects. Deathborn characters suffer or less damage from fire, toxic, and bleeding. Once per combat, when a Deathworld character suffers stun, blinded, or immobilized, this effect is ignored, and they instead gain 20% of their maximum wounds. That's a good one. Trusty weapons. Deathworld characters gain plus 10% to critical hit chance for axes, hammers, and las weapons. Every injury increases the Deathworld character's agility and willpower by 5. What is this? Warp features. Force weapon attacks deal plus 1 more damage and have 5% more armor penetration. Usage of Heroic Act by Psyker decreases Veil degradation by 2. While the Psyker is not in the target's line of sight, the Psyker is in cover. Or the Psyker is in cover, all resistance tests of the target suffer -4. Whenever the Psyker uses a damaging psychic power on targets that are 6 cells or farther from the Psyker, the target suffer an additional 3 damage. Psyker Minoris. Character level required 9. Each level of Psi rating provides a Psyker access to new Psychics. It also strengthens damaging Psychic powers. Features Psyker and level 9 or level 4 and sanctioned Psyker. Okay, let's see. Contempt or Epicenter of Slaughter. We're gonna do Contempt. I can only pick one. Damn. Epicenter of Slaughter would be good too. Okay, we're gonna go with Contempt. Right. Start simple. We'll go into some of the Psyker stuff a while, but I really want him to be a tank. The Psyker stuff is just so that there's some range option. Archetype details. Anything going on here? No? No? Okay. We'll just think you, and you are gonna get this is just all features. Hide previously. Okay. Think. Right then. I don't think you need that. Plus 3 damage to enemies with no allies and adjacent cells. I mean, yeah, why don't you get... Ooh, actually... no. Desolation. Yeah. Okay. And then you... Yeah. Dismantling attack. Plus 1 exploit on each enemy in combat, then makes a free attack against a target. And even use a ranged weapon in melee range. This attack always hits until the end of combat. The target of this attack suffers a 30% penalty to armor, block, dodge, and parry. Nice. That's cool. And what about this? When the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, the attack deals 14% more damage. Expose weakness costs 0 action points. Whenever the operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains plus 1 damage. 2% armor penetration until the end of combat only applies to the first strike or projectile and a burst attack stacks. What? Weak body. Expose weakness also reduces enemy's toughness and willpower by 9 for 1 round. I want instant exposure. Sure. Okay. And then Miss Adeptus. What you got for me? Firearm Mastery. Soldier gains an ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire. Using a weapon attack that normally costs the least AP, these attacks do not spend AP. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. The soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. Nice. And what you got for me? For each adjacent ally, soldier deals 9% more damage to enemy. Cover efficiency is increased by 10%. 10% for full and 20% for partial. Whenever the soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by 1%. After the soldier deals damage to 3 different enemies, the soldier gains 18% more damage for their next attack. Reloading costs 2 AP less. First reload in a combat does not cost AP. Okay. Soldier gains 8% critical hit chance. This bonus is doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected. Okay. I think honestly rapid reload. Just some utility stuff, you know? I feel like that's gonna do well for us. Alright, let's see. What y'all got here? Grace of Oblivious. I'll take all that. Let's take a look at the... What is this? Wearer gains 5 toughness as their intelligence is less than 35. Cool. Gimme. We have the handwritten letter. Las pistol. Okay, we'll put you in there. Because 3 to 5, 6 to 8. Yeah, that too. And 3 to 4. You get that. Melted charges. Machine right set. So you, sir, are gonna get that. You're gonna dual wield swords. How about that, huh? Like that. That seems good. Alright, let's go this way to the bridge. Oh shit. What is happening here? Perfect vision is a product of warp energies that permeate the bridge. Okay, what's happening over here? What the fuck are you doing, dude? What is happening? She's dead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. The ship can be steered out of the warp. Yeah. But he is just sacrificing people. Kunrad Voitvir. Clearly in the gloom of the bridge. Broken blade is holding stained with dark drop seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them. Bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. His eyes. If we're gonna die, let's die with honor. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. Too late. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is that? You want to party, big man? Let's party. Chaos spawn. Natural armor. Creature's armor depends on the amount of its wounds. If it has 70% or more of its total wounds, 55. Okay. Always suffers 20% toxic and fire damage. It has razor claws, toxic spurt, rending scream, bestial rage, combat master. Becomes staggered instead of suffering stunned, or cannot attack. Becomes slowed instead of immobilized, and suffers a side dampening effect instead of psychosomatic trauma. Attack deals damage to a creature greater than 15% of its maximum wound. Gains 5 weapon skill and strength. Because of the improperly performed ritual, this creature's dodge, parry, and critical hit chance are reduced, but its armor and damage dealt are increased. What is its abilities? Cost 0. That's bullshit. Alright, so let's see. Beak, you're gonna go right here. Abelard, right there. Nadira, right there. Argenta, right there. No, Argenta, right here. Actually, right here. No, right there. There we go. This should help a little bit. Alright, start battle. Enemies with various abilities and features. Okay, cool. Yeah, charge. You know what? Let's get rid of the ads first, shall we? And then let's light that guy up. Stalwart defense. Alright, running gun. And then 95%. Or... Okay, let's hit that guy. Cool. And then fire. Nice. He's dead. And I think that's that. What is this? Pistol. I don't know what this meter is. Oh, this is the momentum. Oh, whisper. Okay, this is the momentum bar. What is this? Veil degradation? Ooh, 1 for each use of minor, and by 3. Oh, of the Imperium bleeding into our reality, a factor that is invariably destructive and damaging. Oh, good to know, good to know. Alright, everybody, brace for impact. And then, charge at this guy. Yeah, 7 to 9 or 6 to 9. So if I use sweep, it's only going to do 4 damage. If I do this, also only does 4 damage. Fuck out of here. Endure, and then, boop, what the fuck? Okay, let's see. Analyze you. Oh, okay. Need to be in line of sight, huh? So let's see. Analyze this guy. And then we're gonna hit this one. Goodbye. And then you take that. Full warning. Ooh, okay. Got it. So it is, I don't know. Veil degradation is 12. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't think it's very good. Whatever. You missed. Bitch. Hey, that's good. A crew can help. Ow. Overseer. That didn't do anything. Ooh. Dodge. Good. Block. Good. Nice. What does Rending Scream do? I don't know. What is this? Target makes a toughness test to fail. The target suffers bleeding for 5 rounds. Oh, okay. Well, that's bitty, I guess. Okay. Target is too close. Back up. And then, yeah. Oh, and... should we ignite him? 0% armor penetration. Warp burn. I don't know if that'll work because this is a warp entity. So let's choose this one and just smack it. Yeah. Endure. And yeah. Oh, you're bleeding. Okay, well, that's no good. Can I hit this thing down here? I cannot. He's too far away. Or he's not in line of sight. Whatever. You missed. What the fuck? Okay, fine. If you use unique abilities called heroic acts or desperate measures, momentum. A high momentum value allows character to use a heroic act. Both abilities can completely change the course of battle. Okay. Immediately restores all AP and MP and gains +3 MP until they do not lose MP after performing attacks. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna work right now. Because what is everyone else's high momentum thing? Hello? Iconoclast. Haha. Features. Yeah, here we go. Daring breach, dismantling attack, makes a free attack against a target, or number of extra attacks. Probably that one then, huh? That's what I think. Okay. I can't charge, but I can attack. Hit it. Charge isn't gonna work. Okay. Well, we'll move on then. Yadira, hit this motherfucker again, and exploit 6. Okay, I'll close that. Forewarning for you. And then let's see. Can I hit this one? Not line of sight. What about you? Not line of sight? No? Okay, well, what if you use that? Let's debuff this guy a little bit. Okay, and now hit it. Here we go. Gust of cold wind ruffles your hair. Well, okay. Dismantling attack. No. Okay. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Okay, she's seeing things now. That's great. Didn't know that was a thing. Oops. Bang. Alright, we gotta help that guy out. Ooh, okay. Very nice. Cool. Okay, that one's dead. And then, fuck it, we'll see if it works. Rending scream, miss, and then endure, too close. Got it. Okay. Well, okay. So you, number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. Okay, let's firearm mastery. And then running gun. Alright, you run over here and then shoot this guy. Bang. And then revel in the slaughter. Revel in the slaughter. And then, can I hit this guy? Can't. Shit. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's Abelard's turn. Okay, smack him. Oh, whap. Think. And there we go. Madeira, why don't you move over there? And then, okay, cool. Forewarning on Madeira. Okay. Shriek. Yeah, there we go. Discharges of motive force, fill the air. Okay. We'll build up some more stacks of enemy. Okay, it didn't take, I guess. Whatever. You missed, bitch. Ha. Ow. You knocked me over. What the fuck? Healing in combat. You can use a med kit to restore your party members' wounds in battle or get rid of certain negative effects. Got it. Okay. And then med kit yourself. What the fuck? Okay, just move over here first. And then heal yourself. And then shoot the big scary monster thing. Bang. What is this? Heroic act used. Okay. Run a gun. Also, we'll go there and then fire. You missed. Damn it. Okay. Looks like everybody's hallucinating a little bit. Alright, Abelard. Hit him. And endure. Ow. Alright, let's see. Let's get it with the cool. What is forewarning? Bleeding. Okay. Forewarn you. And then do damage. Ooh, okay. Cool. Rending scream. Ow. Ow. How dare you? Okay. You still are suffering from wart burn for one more turn. So, what if I give you... Oh, what the? Hello? Did you see that? It was crazy. Swing. It only does 8 to 9 damage. I do this, and it'll do bleed too. Yes. Good. Bleed damage. And then, stalwart defense. Let's just move there. If I do this, it's not really the best. No, we won't do that. Cool. Can't attack again or what? Oh, pistol burst? Man. Okay. Hi, momentum. Yeah, okay. And then why don't you just smack it? Endure. Why don't you use your daring breach? And yeah, you did it. Woo! Get your ugly face out of here. Face only a mother could love. Nice. We did it. Hell yeah. Okay. So where did our friend go? Interesting. What's this? A blade shard? Mantle of heroism. Ooh, what? Gloves of endurance. Whenever the wearer of these gloves suffers an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain a +1 bonus to damage until the end of combat. Okay. Let's see. How about I don't know what this is for, but you get this and these. Is anyone else an iconoclast? I don't know, it doesn't matter. I put it on beak. Alright, now where are we going? Okay. What's going on over here? Okay. Okay, we need to reestablish. Cuff. Lord cuffs a crying officer without even looking. What do I do? Okay, I am ready. Oh, here we go. Let's see what happens, huh? We're about to get out of here. Get out of this mess. Oh, Theodora. Image before use hazy. Playing in sorcerer's currents, invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It is taken on the guise of Theodora. But the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the war. Well, that's your opinion, ma'am. Resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. I'm saving my people. Do your worst, but you cannot stop me. Is it though? Is it really? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Okay, what? I ain't gonna listen to you. Okay. Yes, hail me. Cool. Nice. We did it. Take the Lord Captain's place. Damn. Hell yeah. Nice. Should probably move the mouse right out of the middle screen, huh? Yeah. Completed the prologue. Dang. That was just the prologue. Yep. This game actually is pretty good. I wish I could play it more, man. Deep shadows of weirdness can be seen on Abelard's face. Though the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then announces himself. Well then, your lordship. Cargo management screen to learn more about the cargo on your flagship. The amount, the types, and the percentage of cargo being filled up. On the cargo tab, you can see details about items packed in each cargo slot. If you need to use an item that is already packed, move that item back to your inventory. Cargo is needed when trading with merchants. You will meet them soon. Okay. You cannot help but notice that the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the debt clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Okay. What is the agenda for the meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge. They in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voidfear? No. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors, but frankly I would not be surprised to hear that we are now 1 shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. Alright, I guess I'm ready. Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. Okay, are these my officers? Expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention officers, you've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Beak von Valencias will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you'd introduce them. As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Igdisuriata of the Ptolemy line, our new Vox Master. Okay, nice. It's an honor to serve your lordship. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us. to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum generous Denrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and general material well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. Cool. Tech priests, mechandrites. Cool. Thank you. Greetings to you all. Serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. Master Helmsman? Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our engineer prime and navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we tried to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your lordship, if you'll allow me to interject, when we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete box silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. A true blessing from the God Emperor. Right, words... You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the demon that appeared before you during the translation into real space echoes in your mind. Okay? I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till our heads are swimming as long as the Promethium and supplies last, and if any thick as grok shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't you worry on that score. Okay, Drives Master. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble voyage ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the engineer prime, overseer, and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board fell in battle. Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him, a most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. I see, thank you. And, Infernus? Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. Post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factotum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses in the nearest planet, Rycad Minoris. However, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Okay. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Master of Ordnance, anything? No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told, but just ask anyone. We've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. I apologize profusely, Lord Captain. Pardon the fool. The ship is in ruins, every other officer is dead, and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken hold of me. Well, fucking shake it, man. But I've heard of you. Oh yes, your fame has reached even as far as the expanse. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself. Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight if that is the Lord Captain's will. We've sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engine, seer, prime, and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector, but we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system? I cede to the Voxmaster on this point. Mistress Tolman, we are in the Wreckhead star system and our voyage here is undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. Rycad Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails, but what is most alarming is that our augurs, have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. Situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on. Thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. Assembled officers salute, and we go. Your lordship, there's one other thing. Confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, Abelard hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. Perhaps you are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronus Expanse. Okay, I would be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. What is it? He asked of Theodora. It came across a strange handwritten letter. It is signed XC. Are you referring to the contents of that note? Is that so? Okay, you're quite right. XC, Xavier Alcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrichs von Van Kalox, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibunda system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Rycad Minoris, may know something. Okay, it is all a bit, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trainer. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valencius Protectorate. Another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softened slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. And then what happens? Okay, Yadira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The sister battle nods toward Yadira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the road Traeger. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, Rogue Trader. Daybreak. Bring the witch to hill. If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. Yadira, damn it. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. Single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell, but if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? I cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Class? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it. Alright, Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. This briefing is concluded. Okay, nice. And we got a level up. Awesome. So let's level up. What do we got here? Choose talent, choose characteristics. Okay. Thick skin I think is gonna be good. We'll do thick skin. +1 damage deflection. Their parry chances increased by +25% of the warrior's total armor. Next. Ooh. Toughness. Weapon skill. Willpower. Toughness. Put it at 45, 40, 30, 45, and 40. Why don't we up the toughness, huh? Let's do that. Yeah. And you get, contempt. How about that? No. Easy target? Yeah. Easy target for you. And then you already have 55, 40, 30, 40, 35. How about weapon skill, huh? Nice. And then Adira, what you got? What you got? Perception or intelligence? Non-burst ranged area attacks. 30, 45, 30, 30, or 60. Wow. Okay. Why don't we do your perception? No, how about your intelligence? No, yeah, your perception. And then you get, okay, flawless pan. Every 9th successful dodge and or parry by the Psyker and their allies combined grants the Psyker +2 additional AP. No. And in combat, the Psyker's allies gain +15% critical hit chance. Critical hit removes this effect. Allies under the effect of at least one psychic power applied by the Psyker gain an additional 7% armor penetration. The first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers unnatural luck. The Psyker uses a divination psychic power on an ally without an unnatural luck effect. That ally gains unnatural luck. When the ally suffers a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit instead, and the unnatural luck effect is removed. What else is there? Work features. Every time the Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage. Okay, what is all this stuff? Psyker Minoris. Maybe. We might do Psyker Minoris for our new Bread of the Warrior, or Beak. For now, I like Unnatural Luck. And then, the Sister. Characteristic, Agility, or ballistic skill? Dude, your ballistic skill, you use guns. Okay, you already have a rapid reload. What do you have here? Fired up. Camaraderie. Exploit surroundings. Let's do that one. Make cover more valuable. Okay, cool. So, we are going to save it and call it there. Autosave, autosave, autosave. There's that one. Okay, and yeah, we'll just boop like that. How's that? Save. Boom. All right. Yeah, and we are going to call it there. It's way over time. That end/beginning prologue/part 1 took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. But I'm super stoked for this. This game seems to be very story driven. I'm going to be so hyped playing this. I'm loving it already. That boss fight, man, that boss fight was crazy. It wasn't difficult, thank God, but if the difficulty ramps up, we could be in trouble, you know? Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I'll see you all next time. All right? Thanks. Bye.